Welcome back, everyone. Today we have the crusty, bearded midgets of the world, represented by Brendan.
Hello.
We got slave sacrificer extraordinaire, Dimmadome Dimmet.
Yay. Haters gonna hate, but it gets the job done, so.
Does that just mean he's Dutch?
And we got me, Ninja Rat, Naruto running here, leading this podcast to victory, Jake.
Oh boy. Oh God. Well, boys. We've got some bad news. Or good news. I think it's the latter, but.
Jelly's actually dead.
That's not the news, but it could be. Well, boys, what's the news?
This is Warhammer Part 2, everyone. We do what we want around these parts.
We own the podcast, you Canadian cuck. Fuck you, and you're still bad at Overwatch.
Oh boy. Right out of the gate. He can't hold it back. Just
That's right. We're
throwing
talking
it in
about
dirt like
Warhammer
that.
again. Maybe some of our Total War campaigns. Maybe get more into 40K this time. Who knows? We're just going to let the autism flow today.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is
just a
also
void.
both Warhammer lore.
It's just Warhammer lore, which is right up there with BattleTech lore. That it's gone on for so long that it's all just kind of melding together in one pot of just complete anarchy for about 90% of it.
When you
It's
watch
beautiful.
a 4-hour video explaining lore, and it's at the end of it, he's like, and we've barely scratched the surface. You know you're in for a shit show. And that's just for 40K.
Yeah. I've watched a little bit of kind of videos explaining a bit of the lore. I know a little bit about like the chaos and the regular, but there's this barely even scratched the surface, honestly.
Did we talk about 40K at all really last time?
Not really. I mean, a little bit here or there, but
So what
it was
is
pretty much all the
40K
fantasy.
compared to regular Warhammer?
Oh boy, I don't even know if I don't think I'm ready to handle that type of question.
I don't know if I grasped that in the last 4-hour video I just watched, explaining the basics of the lore.
Because all I know about 40K is it's like fantasy, but space, and there's like everyone jizzes themselves for the Space Marines and the Emperor God, and then orcs make their technology work by just like wishful thinking.
That's
So,
also
like,
got to be
most
Adeptus
fantasy orcs?
Mechanicus too. Adeptus Mechanicus just throwing oil on themselves and praying to their Honda Civics to drive them through the galaxy.
Hey, as long as it works.
They've got these Strider things that the only dude that can work on them died, so they just haven't shut them off in like 30 years.
So they're Swedish.
Yeah, essentially. And they're just the arms dealers. Those are the arms dealers. That's how you know you're in deep. When your arms dealers really don't know what they're doing.
They're the extreme cultists.
Essentially, yeah. They pray to the machines to make them work.
So it's like every country that buys guns from Russia.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to it because I pray for my shit to work too. You ever go out on a cold day and you throw the keys in, you're like, baby, don't do this to me, Nay. I need you to start.
100%.
Oh, so I got a funny story actually to go with the Mechanicus dude that died, so they can't turn shit off. That's more real than you think.
Yeah.
So as you know, my dad works for Disney. He does the behind-the-scenes shit for Disney World, and so for they got all these servers doing all their back-end shit. Well, I guess there's quite a number of computers that are just like old-school Windows 95s, and no one knows what they do. And so they're afraid to turn them off because they don't know what part of the system it'll take down if it's turned off.
Yep.
Jake, you know Disney's coming after you now, right?
Possibly.
Just exposed corporate secrets. Look out. They're going to shut us down faster than any other like regulatory body that's listening.
So, I've pissed off the mouse.
God. Yeah, I've heard that as well in a couple of different scenarios where it's like, yeah, no one really knows how to work on it. So if we just don't shut it off,
it won't be a problem.
Yeah.
All Disney Plus goes away.
It's being routed through the Windows 95 gateway computer.
Fun fact, Funimation is also routed through Windows 95.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's how Funimation's been kept
That's a
alive.
feature.
It's just some back room Windows 95 computer in the Sony offices, and they're like, we have to fix it. And like, I don't even know. One of the higher ups is like, don't even touch it. If you go near it, we'll lose it all. So it's like forbidden. It's a forbidden room that like
It
with
also
the
is a
next
freezer room.
yeah, like the next fucking owner or whoever, like the higher up, as soon as they get promoted, they're like, let me show you something. They like
It's,
take them to the back room. It's like
it's
we
their
never go
Area
back.
51.
Yeah.
Do you
It's like
think
we
that's
don't.
what the next National Treasure is going to be about?
And and then eventually one of them's gonna like try to defect from the company, and he's just gonna go into the room, and it's just gonna be that shitty Windows 95 just humming away on the desk.
They still got the old box with the fucking cow print on it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Hell, I need to look up more Adeptus Mechanicus lore because it's fun. I like them.
I do like those dudes. The designs are badass, and then I've been playing a little bit of that fucking Warhammer 40k Mechanicus game.
Yeah.
Kind of a tactical strategy game. Having a great time with it. Loving the story so far.
Yeah, I need to hop on and get some more seat time in that game.
It's
But
good. I would recommend diversifying your weapons so you can do shield damage and physical damage, because I made the mistake of only going all in on physical. And so when there was a level where they had dudes with like maxed out shields, I kind of fucked myself and almost lost.
how am I supposed to fight this? God damn. God.
Pretty much.
Yeah, the 40k games really, or well, Warhammer games in general seem to be either really fucking good or really shit. It's the duality of the whole license. Like
The duality,
Yeah.
man.
you get Total War Warhammer, which in my opinion is one of the best of the genre, just because the sheer amount of difference and all the factions and whatnot, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you just go to like half the trash 40k game. That being said, they kind of picked the ball up recently, and they've put out some decent games. So
Maybe that's what I need
maybe
to get. It's just a 40k game so I can finally start to learn the lore.
Get the Mechanicus life, bro. You're good.
yeah, he's not wrong.
Or if you're
That
wanting
being said,
fucking ship combat, I heard their Gothic Armada 2 or whatever is pretty decent.
yeah, I actually just picked it up and got it installed. I was gonna maybe play it today. We'll see. The verdict's still out on if it's gonna drag me in or not.
I think it
But
is. You love your space sim. Like, we could knock you off Sins of a Solar Empire for a while.
Oh, good game
that's
though.
we should just play that right now. Game's fantastic.
All right, that's a nice podcast, boys.
That's a
9
wrap.
minutes flat. All right, boys. We'll see you next week. God. But no, I was I've been playing a shit. I was telling Jake, I've put in over 40 hours in the last 2 weeks playing Total War.
Yeah,
And
you have been playing a lot.
I still feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm up to like 90 some odd hours, and I still feel like half the time I'm like, all my moves are bad moves.
I'm going to be honest with you, Dim. It doesn't change once you hit 236. I'm
I've
still
had
like, I
two
think I'm doing the right thing.
I've
Barely
had
wins a
two fucking
battle.
campaigns
Huh.
get derailed after 135-ish turns. At honestly about the same point.
Yeah.
That being said, the second one surprised me how it turned to shit so quickly.
Is this about the Rat Boys?
Yeah, the second.
You gotta tell the Rat Boy story.
So I've been playing Dark Elves a lot. I like playing Dark Elves. There's a lot of differences between the factions and how they play. And I've been doing Crone Hellebrand's Harganeth playthrough. I've got two of them so far. The first one I hit to like 170-ish. I'm kind of just dragging my feet, jumping around, trying to really learn how to play them. at a higher level with the higher tier units and actually just play a long game. And then chaos invaded, and
As it be.
yeah,
As they
I
do.
was like, that was 30 turns of pain and suffering because we were down on the donut fighting the high elves,
Fuck
and I was the only one that had any armies back up near like the homeland. So that combined with just me getting my ass handed to me for those 30 turns trying to kill the chaos armies as they just bulldoze the entire upper corner of the map, including my empire, to dust. And there's nothing I could do to stop them. So after that pain and suffering, I kind of just gave in. I'm like, well, I've learned a lot. I'm going to start again. Started it up again, and I burned through 100 turns like rapid fire. It was easy. Shit was, panning out fine. I'll be damned if it was like a turn 130. Chaos had shown up already. I'd kicked their ass this time around because, like I said, kind of knew what I was up against and what I was doing. And lo and behold, we're trying to fight some damn stupid ass wood elves. And Clan Rictus, who has been allowed to live for like 50 turns because they've just been like such a non-threat that the wood elves don't even fight them. So their main city has been sacked probably fucking 20 times at this point. I go in to attack the wood elf city kind of near mine, and I had a pretty full stack. It was a full stack, but I had a secondary army that was kind of in the neighborhood. Couldn't win it easily, and I'm like, well, I have two armies. I'm just gonna wait till next turn. It'll be easy. I won't lose too much. So I back my army off. Rictus just snorted a line from the capital one turn away. He's like, this is my chance for redemption, and marches like a half stack to take on a huge garrison and an army sitting on top of it. Well, my army's there. I'm like, well, fuck it. I could probably use the rats as shields and win this battle,
Yeah.
So we're
As it
throwing down. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. They're just rats anyway. And
now you're thinking like escaping.
yeah, like they're just rats. So the it's going well, but they've got two legendary lords there, like the sisters, and like this army was not really intended to take on something like that. It was kind of just the secondary army. So I'm kind of struggling to kill these things. My fucking lord gets bodied by them. Like my lord is just he's like a 10 level lord. He's not, nothing fancy yet.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus, he almost gets bodied. Luckily he survived like 250 health. Well, here's where the rats 4D chess, 5D chess almost starts kicking in. Like the gerbil on the wheel, it's working. And their warp fires are going to get ran down by some cab. I'm like, fuck, my guy can help with that, He's got 250 health, a little bit of, like a weak ass cavalry unit's not going to hurt him. So I fucking rush my lord in to intercept. He intercepts him and stops. What I did not anticipate was the AI turning their warp fires around and shooting the cav blob that had my lord in it and murking him. That right there, that's the start of the misfortune. That right there cost me that's 30 turns worth of progress wasted. Anywho, we finally win the fucking battle. And it cost almost fucking everything to win it. It was not a good one on my part. We got our asses handed to us. So we barely won. Rictus decides this is another perfect time to really advance the 5D chess. My lord has just died. Along with my death hag that was one turn away from being immortal. And went ahead and spread the plague to the whole region I was in, effectively killing off my entire army. because I couldn't replenish, and they were so weak. So, yeah, after that misfortune, where I'd lost an entire army because of some stupid-ass rat, I kind of just gave up on it again, really. That's how we got 300 turns out of 2 playthroughs and got nowhere on both of them. Thanks to some stupid-ass rats. Fuck them. 100%. Hate the bastards. Even when they're your allies, they're gonna wind up fucking you over. So
They
yeah,
were
fuck
trying their
rats.
best,
That's what I
Austin.
learned. The first go round, I learned that chaos blows, and I hate them. Especially that they only invade certain portions of the map, so some factions barely even have to struggle with them.
I never
And
get
then
to
the
fight
rats.
chaos.
And then on the second playthrough, I learned that I fucking hate the rats more than literally anything else in the game. So, yeah, it's been great. Loving my time. 90 hours, not even got close to a win yet.
10 out of
I
10.
feel it,
Would
man.
recommend.
I've never had a good playthrough. As much as I love the game, I always feel like I'm in more pain than I'm having fun.
Brendan, why
Yeah.
is that you never have a good playthrough?
It's the greenskins. They're fucking pricks, man.
All you gotta do is get a full dwarven stack and just, sit on your very marginally small steps to your cities.
You just have to let them come to you.
Yeah,
Because if
100%.
you try to
That's
move
what all the AI
anywhere,
does.
if you move anywhere out of your valley, they come and take everything.
Dude,
With
that's
full
like the
stack.
iconic Empire and Von Karstein vacation right there. Ooh, Von Karstein just taking a little vacation. Let me just hop the river and sack his only city on the third turn.
And the first thing like the dwarves want you to do is like, hey, go up out of your valley to fight this
You got it
army.
in the grudge
As
book.
soon as you do it, I had full stack will come in and take whatever you had. It's the worst. I hate the greenskins. The Skaven, I don't even fuck with them. They always try to ally with me, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
It's fucking bizarre.
I need friends right now.
Oh, don't worry. They'll just, betray you in other ways.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just need to play another faction.
Me and Jake have been faction hopping a lot
Getting
recently.
that experience
I've
in
done
there.
some chaos playthroughs, a little bit of Skaven playthroughs, some vampire playthroughs, and I keep trying to I keep jumping around, and there is easy starting positions for some of them, but at the same time, there's just massive negatives for every faction, pretty much. Like the goddamn vampire counts. God, they are very tough to play against the fucking dwarves and shit.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
anything with
last
artillery.
playthrough, I decimated vampires, no problem.
They're a weird faction to fucking play.
They could be good, but you got to know what you're doing, and I don't know what I'm doing that much. I know the basics of how to play them, but nothing fancy. But I don't know, Jake. How's your gameplay going?
He's the only one that has fun.
Yeah,
I've
Skaven
seen the
OP.
lockout. I don't usually get as fucked as bad as you boys.
Because you're the one
Yeah, because he
fucking
just sits there with his goddamn rattling guns in the back line.
Hey, I can't help that it's effective.
The cheese.
That's why
If
I
it
play the
gets too
rats.
hard,
We
he
got
just
that
sends a nuke.
cheese.
Yeah.
But no, it's been going good. Been doing a lot on the Ninja Rat, Deathmaster Snitch with Clan Eshin. That's been going pretty good. Finally wiped out the orcs.
God, those bastards with the auto resolve.
Oh my god.
You fight in every single battle against them. No matter how big or how small.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You can't auto-resolve. It's a lie.
The amount of times I'd have an almost full stack versus a garrison and a little bit more, and the fucking bar is just nah, fam, you ain't even got a chance. I'm like, how do I not have a chance?
Right? It's just like, I got all my best shit here. And they just have like a stack of orc boys, and it's like, I don't know, they're pretty big.
I
Yeah.
I feel like the auto resolve is like it'll be like, hey, you're definitely gonna win, and you auto resolve, and then you're just dead. Like, oh, okay,
My,
cool. Game.
my favorite is when like you have a massive advantage, so you auto resolve it, and like everyone else is fine, but your one good unit just fucking dies
Yep.
for no reason. You're like, auto resolve, why you like this? Why are you like this?
They got that lucky headshot in.
God damn, dude, that reminds me of playing Eshin. Like fuck, that's one of the funnest lords I've ever got to use. Is Scritchet or whatever.
Yeah,
He's
Snitch.
Snitch. Yeah, he he's amazing. I love it.
I love playing him.
That being said, I love playing, you know, Crone Hellebron and the sorority girls as well. Just all hopped up on drugs, running in.
Just snort that
But
line and go to battle.
yeah, that's essentially it. They just get the Tposing, your Tposing mounts. Just ride in on them
God,
bad
that thing
bitches.
fucking weird me out.
They are amazing,
Just fucking
honestly.
T-pose across the battlefield.
They're a thing of beauty.
Wow,
He
But
showed me them. I'm just like, because I didn't see the top at first. I'm like, no, the characters riding it aren't T-pose. I don't know what we're talking about. The camera zoomed out on the video we're watching. It's just a fucking T-posing statue. I'm just like, what in the goddamn?
yeah, that's essentially it. Like Crone Hellebron is one hell of a faction, or one hell of a lord, and Hargoneth is an amazing faction. If you can stay on the warpath, that's the thing you have to do. You cannot slow down. The Death Knight must happen.
You gotta sacrifice them slaves.
Yeah, it's all fun and games to the late game where you haven't got the 2 quest items that help you with it, and you're still burning like 1,600 to 2,000 slaves every night. And it's like, my economy is crippled because I'm killing my economy.
Economy? What economy?
Yeah, that's. And then it launches the fucking. The stacks. The, whatever fleet you want to call them. And they're amazing because you could just coordinate them. They'll fucking just body small
Nice.
factions completely because it's such a strong army. But towards the late game, they're traveling half the fucking map. So
Yeah, I did it once. I don't think I'm gonna do the long late game victory terms anymore. I'm just gonna do short game victories.
yeah, it's just it's a lot, and when you get that big, it's so easy for like one singular army to just
hmm
poke their head in somewhere and just destroy.
Yeah. It's just annoying getting all your shit across the ocean because, like, oh, I conquered the whole right side of the map. That I win the game? No, we still technically need 2 more settlements, and all the other settlements are either on the donut or on the other side of the map. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Let's just spend 30 turns moving units because that's fun.
Hell yeah. Well, then for the vampires, you just go to one of the fucking battle zones and raise an entire army. It's easy.
That is nice. That shit
But
is top tier. Oh, I
I
will
don't know,
say
boys.
one thing I've been struggling with is the fucking quest battles.
Dude, they always seem so fucking easy. And then you start it and you're like, Jesus Christ, what have I done?
I know it's like, oh, this is the army I gotta fight. That's not too bad. Quest starts. Oh, by the way, there's like 7 secret reinforcement armies we didn't tell you about, and you still gotta win with just this one stack you get to bring in. I'm like, oh, all right.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Yeah. God damn. It's amazing. I'm actually just going through the factions now
hmm
of 40k. They're amazing. We just need to start playing 40k. If goddamn if they made a Total War Warhammer 40K game,
Oh,
could you imagine?
That'd be
I
pretty
can see it
cool.
happening.
I can't.
After
I honestly, I think it's in the cards.
if
I 100%
Dark
think
if
they're
that
working on it.
Darktide game gets any popularity, we might be seeing a Total War 40K.
Well, I mean, me and Jake were talking about the third game. There's a bit more factions, but at the end of the day, there's a lot. A lot of the main stuff is done for
Mhm.
fantasy. Like
Yeah, they're
there,
about
if you look at the
done.
world map, they've got about half the world map done. If they really wanted to, they could probably slam the whole thing into Warhammer 3. I don't think they will, but it's possible. That'd be a
I could
fucking
see it
huge
being a
map, though.
sizable portion of it.
They'd have to add a couple different sections because that map is already fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like, words can't even describe. Like, you're like, oh, it's not that big. And then you look at it when you're in game, it's like, it's going to take me 20 fucking turns to get to one thing. Like,
I think the big
take
question is
forever.
for 3 is what factions are they going to do? Because at this point, they're going to have to make a lot of stuff up, it seems like.
Well, I know we were looking at. Well, they don't have to. They'll have to flesh stuff out, 100%, because the main factions are already done, pretty much at least. There's a couple. What was it like? Chaos dwarves, Chaos
Yeah.
demons.
Yeah.
What were the
Maybe
other ones? I
the
can't
Slav
remember.
faction.
Yeah, there's a couple kind of main larger ones they could do,
Cafe,
but
I think, is one I've heard of. I don't know anything about it.
yeah, this is coming from 3 people that are still way out of their league.
Yeah. If you can't tell.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, but we got to give that disclaimer. But other than that, I mean,
Ogres,
I
I've
think
heard
the game
ogres
is
tossed
perfect.
around.
What's up?
I've heard the ogres tossed around as a faction. Like ogre kingdoms or some shit.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, they could do that. That's the biggest thing is there's a couple factions that need reworked. Like Beastmen need the rework 100%,
Yes.
and there's definitely some factions that need to be just picked up a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because they kind of been left in the dust a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, it's pretty balanced, and the map and everything's nice. So
Yeah.
who knows? I could definitely see them doing a 40K Total War game though. You would just have to replace the map with planets, and
Yeah.
essentially you would be done. So honestly, I mean, it's possible.
Mm-hmm. I could see it happening. I'm excited to see how this Darktide game comes out because we were talking the last time about how much we all love Vermintide.
If it looks pretty AAA, I'm not saying that it needs to be AAA, but I think they could completely go all in.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I hope they learn from the Vermintide games and just keep expanding the formula.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope they stick to the core format instead of like I don't know about you boys, but I did not care for that like that Winds of Magic gameplay they tried to introduce.
You just didn't like it because they took away from the Skaven.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the Beastmen at the end. I'm talking about like that whole second gameplay where it's like just challenge maps with different
Oh,
effects
yeah.
on.
I haven't even
Yeah,
touched it.
they need to realize that like the challenge maps are never going to hold their own. People want like campaigns.
Yeah.
They want like new career paths. They want new abilities to unlock. They want more customization.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the challenge maps are cool and all, but like like I don't know. It just doesn't add much.
I mean, for me it doesn't because it's just shorter sections of levels you've already played through with different filters on top of them.
Yeah.
And it's like I'd
So
rather
it's like
play through this in normal campaign.
yeah, I completely agree on that. Who knows? Maybe maybe it'll be a complete AAA offering.
I got faith it'll be solid.
Yeah.
I do too. They seem to be cranking out pretty consistently good games that are kind of filling a niche right now.
Mm-hmm.
And assuming Back for Blood doesn't do well,
I don't.
it
I'm
God,
not sold on
it
Back for
looks
Blood.
it just looks
Wait,
off.
it's an alpha, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did really early gameplay of it, streaming of it, and whatnot. So I guess it's alpha. It just looks off, very off. I don't know why, but the gameplay. Maybe it's just because it looks a little bit unpolished, But
I just don't like
it
some of the
just
design
looks.
choices I've heard of. Like, I guess each character is going to have like different like stats or something, and then you have like perk cards, I guess.
And the melee, like your secondary melee weapons, are tied to the characters, so you
Yeah.
technically only have one gun,
Mm-hmm.
like that you can actually choose. Which I don't know. Like I said, I enjoy differentiating the characters in these games a lot because at the end of the day, like Left 4 Dead was cool. It was completely carried on its gameplay. That's
Mm-hmm.
not enough anymore,
Yeah.
Like the gameplay's got to be good, but everyone wants more. If the gameplay is amazing, it can hold its own, but I
Mm-hmm.
find it very rare anymore that the gameplay is good enough to justify a full $60 game.
Mm-hmm.
Just on that alone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if we're gonna come out with a clone, it better not be priced at $60 if it isn't the best thing we've ever played.
Oh, I know it's
Because
going
at
to be
the end of
priced
the
at
day,
$60 because they already
you can
got
just go.
ads for like a fucking deluxe saying super duper deluxe edition.
Yeah, the regular game is like $50, I think, and then but like the super deluxe is like shit ton of money. It's like $90.
Yeah.
So
Well, they taking some keys from EA, Battlefield over there.
I think so.
dude, if they need to go back, see, Battlefield has always been nice though, because if you pay for the season pass or the pass, whatever, $30, you got a lot of shit out of it.
Yeah.
Like it added so much for the multiplayer and everything. That's when 5 they tried the game as a service it and then realized, hey, we're not making any money. Probably because all the microtransactions were dog shit and all the customization that they hyped up was massively overpriced.
I didn't even care for the customization that much for
They
your
look like
individual
they look
soldiers.
shitty. They look completely shitty. Like everyone's like, we just want a semi-realistic World War II setting,
Yeah.
and fucking they just roll out like the shit from the original trailers, like the chick with the fake arm.
Oh yeah.
That type of stuff that no one wanted is exactly what they introduced.
What did you not like Steampunk Girl, Austin? Are you
Um,
sexist?
He just didn't like that. There was a woman in there.
yeah, you got me, boys.
We got him.
No, I just like there's another dude. His backstory is like he was in World War One and got like an injury to the face, so he has like the porcelain face mask. He looks like a goddamn Bond villain. Like 100%. I look at him like, what the fuck is going on? Like the art department is just off their fucking rocker.
It's like half the
I
team wanted to make like a semi-real World War II shooter, like they did with Battlefield One, and the other half team is like, let's do something wacky and fun with it, and then didn't realize they were doing two different things until like, oh no,
yeah,
just ship it.
it was bad. It was real bad. I mean, fuck. I'm trying to pull up the elites right now just so we can look at it. Oh, there he is, Wilhelm Tadstedt. Hold on, I'll post up in the chat so you guys can see this. Look at that!
Oh,
It's a fucking Bond villain! Yeah, if you want to see what I'm talking about, just go to the Battlefield 5 Elites and look at Wilhelm's skin. Like, Hunter, you can look at all their elites. It's all the same shit.
But like don't get me wrong, it looks cool, but like it's not. it doesn't fit tonally what they had.
It looks like a villain from like the first Wonder Woman.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah, like, look at this other. Steve Fisher looks like he walked right out of the goddamn 80s Terminator's flick. He's got the fucking aviators on. He's got the black jacket. Like, these are the elites you're getting, boys. Like,
that's just Chris Pine from the Wonder Woman film.
I'm fine with that. I'm 100%
like,
behind
it
that.
would be fine, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, they toned down it because people didn't like it, and then the elites, they just fucking took off. Like, it's like, and these fucking elites are like $10 a piece.
Jesus. What's the difference? Why would you pay for them? Like, what's the difference? Do you get like super gun or
Nothing.
something? Oh, you just look
See,
cool?
that's the thing. When it
No.
originally came out, it was all supposed to be about, cosmetic. You could change your cosmetics. Cool. I liked it a lot. Problem is that they had so few of them, they just never introduced new ones. 100%. They just kind of like, they made it out to be such a big deal and then never fulfilled on it.
They all look like a team that would be put together in like an action movie, like we
It's
Run
the
Behind
80s.
Enemy. Yeah,
Like,
we're
there's a
gonna go
couple
save our buddy behind enemy lines.
yeah, there's a
You
couple
take
that
off
aren't
your
too
T-shirt,
bad.
just wear the vest.
The amount of
Let's put it
fucking
that way.
capes in this, though, the capes.
I love a good
Hey,
cape, though. You can't make.
If
You
you're
can't
an
make me change
Axis
my mind.
elite, you've got about a 50% chance of having a fucking cape on.
Jake's all about that life, though. He just walks around his house with a cape on.
I mean, if I could, I would.
God. Well, we just got derailed hardcore. Back
Yeah,
to
that was
Warhammer. That needed to be said, though.
the longest of
stand by
tangents.
Fuck you, EA, and fuck you for ruining Battlefield 5.
All I can say is, after that comment, Jake, I fully think that you're the boy from Alaskan Bush people that rolls around in like a duster and like a top
Oh,
hat.
yeah.
I mean, are you not supposed to?
That whole family is built up of, like, condensed stereotypes.
Jake
Like,
always
they
walks into
define-
the gas station to buy a cheap vodka in a trench coat and a top hat.
I'll have you know, I got New Amsterdam
And
last
he
time.
does, like, the iconic, he, like, tips his fucking hat as he's walking out. You just want to throw up.
Milady. He always knows his mom's trying to take him down. He's like, walks in the house, mother.
Oh god, I didn't tell you guys about this. So when we were in Disney World for me and my wife's honeymoon, we're going through Epcot or whatever, and we walked past this guy and his daughter, who's and this daughter's like 4 years old and wearing this top hat, and like we're just walking by. Me and Aubrey look at her, and like she looks up at Aubrey and just like lifts up her hat like she does the milady thing at Aubrey.
My lady.
And that's when my wife left me.
Yeah.
She found a true gentleman.
Oh shit. That's really is something. Well, do we want to do like a quick cut of the 40K factions?
Yeah, give us that quick cut, Austin. Teach me about the Space Marines. Why does everyone think they're so cool?
All right. For anyone that actually knows this, I'm gonna butcher this.
Can we
entire
just
story.
say sorry right now?
Yeah, I want to
Because we know
apologize
nothing.
before I
Sorry.
even say anything, because this is just literally me watching a video and trying to synopsis what I watched like 3 weeks ago. So it's probably going to be wrong. So long story short, the reason why the Space Marines are so big, well, they're technically, according to the Warhammer 40K factions, they're one faction, but they're kind of like a shit ton of sub-factions.
Mm-hmm.
So technically the lore is there was one like god, and through a long series of events, he had like 18 sons.
He got busy.
And it's fucking bizarre. It's convoluted lore. And like
They were called the Duggars.
yeah. And half of those sons like defected to Chaos, which is where some of the Chaos armies and like how you see the Space Marines in Chaos shit too.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. So technically, that's what I know mostly about them and like the Imperium of Man.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, this is me quick cutting the fucking lore. So that's kind of where the Space Marines came from. I mean, they're kind of iconic.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, from what I read, like the reason why they're so massive and big is because like they're like take them as like teens and put them through like a Spartan like training and
Okay.
kind of they mess with their DNA, just kind of mutate them.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a bunch of scientists or medics, I forget what they're called, but that deal with that, and then they also cyber enhance them, so that way they can like they cyber enhance their lungs, so that way they can breathe on different worlds that wouldn't be suitable for humans,
Mm-hmm.
and they give them like I don't know if this is true, but I thought I read that they give them like a second heart in case the first one fails.
That honestly
And
wouldn't
shit like that.
surprise me. That sounds on brand for Warhammer.
yeah. Ironically enough, it's very close to like the BattleTech clanner lore because the clanners did the same shit. Like some of them just like genetically enhanced their soldiers, and that's how they won an entire planet off a football game.
I'm sorry, what?
That's my favorite bit of BattleTech lore is that the clanners were rolling through taking shit, and they bet the leader of the world came to them and said, you know, we don't want to fight, so we'll do like whoever went. The clanners are all about like battlefield respect,
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
real
you
quick.
know, and honor.
American football or
American football.
okay, the real one.
Yeah, it's 100% like Blood Bowl come to
Oh
life,
Jesus, no.
Oh,
and
that's
so what they didn't know is the clanners had these fucking super soldiers, and they loved American football. So they got fucking massacred, and like I said, they took over the planet without killing anyone because they're all about the clanners are all about respect and honor.
you know what? That's what we need to do in the real world.
The subtle
But
escapes in American football.
instead of football, dodgeball.
I thought
Yeah.
you were going to say rugby, but dodgeball's even better.
Yeah, I agree with it.
I would support this 100%.
What do we have left next here? There's like
We were
18
talking about the Honda
fucking
Civic
factions.
people.
We're getting to them. The Necrons. I mean, they killed everything in the galaxy once, and then they like the pharaohs just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go to sleep for a little bit." But then the Adeptus Mechanicus can't keep their fucking multiple fingers or multiple hands off anything, so they went like looting tombs like they normally do, searching for tech so they could pray to it. And they woke up the Necrons, and they weren't very happy, so they're killing everyone.
So basically, the Necrons are robot space Egyptians that are grumpy from getting woken up after they beat everyone already.
Yes.
I'm not to the moon.
Yeah. Then there's the Sisters of Battle, which is essentially like religious zealots in power armor. They're all chicks. Sorority
I'm just
girls in power
I,
armor. They're religious zealots.
the only thing that pops in my head is the Amazonian giants from Futurama.
Yeah.
Death by snoo
Yeah.
snoo.
What a glorious way to go out!
And then there's the Adeptus Custodes, the space custodians.
Is that
But
like the Mechanicus?
no, they're well, kind of. Yeah, they're genetically enhanced. But if you like look at them, they're still very Space Marine-y, but like more old school style armor. Everyone's favorite tech boys, the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Yay!
They pray to the Honda Civics.
Why do they
They
pray?
were
Are they like? Why do they like machines so much?
I don't know. Like I said, the dudes that are praying to their goddamn machines every night to work are the same ones making machines for the entire Imperium of Man. So,
So
I
it's
mean,
like
you
it's like your,
sometimes,
your IT guys just got really hardcore into it.
yeah, and you like hadn't seen them for like 5 years, and then they came out of like the fucking wire room one day looking like this dude, just got like 4 extra robot arms and shit, and he's
So
all of
they're
a sudden he's
essentially the
speaking
Borg.
English. The Astra Militarium, which is just like a weird bastard child of like World War One, World War II pornography.
Go
Because
on.
it's yeah, you look at them. Well, there's different sub factions of them as well, but it's pretty much another Imperium of Men. Chaos demons. They're chaos demons.
Is it like the chaos in motherfucking fantasy?
Kinda, yeah. From what I know. The Chaos Knights. Trying to see if these are. They got the big bastard knights. They're like fucking huge robots. If you love robots, then I mean you found your faction.
Well, you
They
just
lit-
got Jake Hook.
they
No, I'm
literally are just
already in that
huge
mechanic
robots.
his life.
See, I don't even
And
know what that is, so I'm just like, haha, sure.
That's the Havasidic worshippers.
yeah, they just slab themselves up in oil, and those are the ones that don't ever turn the certain striders off because they don't know how to work on them. Then there's like Chaos Space Marines, which are like the defectors.
It's like Space Marines, but
God, we're
bad.
getting into the more
They
fucking
all
craft.
they all look like the others, but have a darker mustache.
Yes.
The God, the craft worlds, which I don't even know how the fuck to begin to explain these
Is
guys.
that like Kraft mac and cheese?
They're like they're a faction in space, and yeah, I don't even know. I don't even want to begin because I'm gonna fuck it up that bad, you know.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised you haven't gotten to the Space Orcs yet.
Oh, we're getting there. The Drukari, which literally kind of look like 40k Dark Elves.
I was about to say that sounds like the Druki.
Yeah. You look at their stuff and you're like, yeah, this kind of looks like Dark Elf shit. Like, it's extremely pointy for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Just pointy and edgy. Are they still sacrificing slaves?
I mean, probably. It's kind of their thing.
It's their calling card.
The Gene Stealer cults, which are like chaos. This is when shit starts getting kind of off the walls.
So, like, I know it's probably, like, about genetics, but I just can't help imagine there's this faction that's just all focused around stealing people's jeans and pants.
I mean, they literally look. So technically, they can be anything because they like form to whatever they're around.
Mm-hmm.
But they all look like Mad Max people for half the time.
Nice.
Yeah, like that's what the current line looks like. Yeah,
You're the
it's
lost
very
denim clan, Mad Max.
the Grey Knights, which is like I said, there's so many fucking knights. But yeah. Harlequins, which
Do
I
they look
don't
like
even
Harley
know.
Quinn from Batman?
Yeah, actually, if you look up, they kind of do.
Huh.
They're like
Not
another
expecting
weird
that.
kind of sub faction, a little bit. And like I said, I don't even know how to begin to explain them. They literally look like Harley Quinn wannabes. That's
So it's
what I can
basically
say.
Comic-Con right after Suicide Squad came out.
Yeah, they all did a line in the bathroom, and then they started their own faction and went into the streets. That's what I'd call it. The
When the Harley Quinn
Imperial Knights.
organizers cosplay and take over the city.
The Imperial Knights are the big robots, but they're not chaos this time. So, hooray! You get the orcs, which the
It's
orcs
orcs,
are
but
orcs.
space, right?
Yeah.
Now, can you confirm or deny? Because I heard that the only reason their shit like actually works is because they have like some kind of weird blessing from their god that, where if they think it, it'll happen. And so their shit, on a technical level, has like should not work at all. But because they think it works, it works.
I think I have actually heard that. Their shit looks Mad Max as hell. They look like wannabe Adeptus Mechanicus's. They
Because all
just
their shit's like cobbled together, isn't it?
yeah. I mean that's kind of the go-to for orcs, and they have what looks like a B-17. Like I'm looking through the shit and it's just off the cards. All right.
Hey,
That's them. The Tau Empire, which no one really, I mean, I can't say no one likes, but they don't fit in at all because
Aren't they
they're
like
the
super like cybernetic-y, cyberpunky
futuristic
almost?
mechs.
yeah.
Yeah, they really don't. They don't really fit in with how like everything else. It could be sci-fi-ish, but it has a particular like gaudiness to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to the Tau, and theirs looks very generic sci-fi, which I actually like the design of their mechs and everything. It's cool as hell. But and then the Tyranids, which is essentially just killer snakes and aliens.
Wait, is that our first alien faction that aren't humans or orcs? Or demons?
Or robots, like the Necrons. If you're looking for true blue, like what you consider to be a standard alien race, sure. The Gene Stealer cults are kind of like it, but
Okay.
yeah. I don't know. Some of my favorite ones, the Sisters of Battle, if you look up their stuff, they got some really interesting character designs.
Mm-hmm.
Theirs is like full blown like priestess shit. One of the things they drag in is like a cathedral.
I like it. I like that a lot.
And they've got like the babies with wings.
Yeah, little cherubs.
Yeah, they got hold of them, and let me tell you, they're not exactly babies anymore.
Where did they get babies with wings?
I don't know. I'm sure there's some explanation in Warhammer. Fucking 40K.
40K fans, drop some explanations that we need answers to.
Yeah, if anyone, like I said, I apologize already. I probably just butchered 95% of what I said.
I know, there's probably a bunch of people like, oh wow, a Warhammer episode. Halfway through, we're talking about Battlefield, and now we're just butchering 40K, and they're just like, yeah, I'm not listening to these guys again.
That's pretty on brand. That's pretty on brand for our pod so far. Completely uninformed, making wild claims.
5% of everything we talk about.
Yep. I don't know what that 5% is on this episode, but it's there. Yeah, that's all 18 factions.
What should be the 19th faction?
What?
I'm
going to say it. Brendan knows what's coming.
What?
No. We've
Space
exterminated the rat people.
You know what they do have, Jake?
Huh?
Space dwarves. They're called squats.
I'm not even mad.
There were humans that settled somewhere with very high gravity, so they got shortened. I'll send a picture of what they look like. It's honestly the most beautiful thing. It's everything
I always love when like a universe includes dwarves, but like they're not like just dwarves. They're like there's a reason they're short.
Yeah, and
I can't tell what the fuck is going on in this picture. Does he have like his ancestors?
No, it's just two dudes in armor, both holding axes and a like submachine gun looking dragon thing.
I was like, the back kind of looks like it's like grayed out like a ghost. I'm like, what is he channeling as regular Warhammer?
And they have like little like mechs.
It really does look like it's supposed to be his like ancestor guiding him.
This is the first thing I know. Oh my god, it's like wannabe BattleTech. Just fucking end me.
and they roll around. They're cavalry. They roll around in like basically Harleys.
I have seen that. God damn it. It's fucking beautiful.
And like they're, I don't know what but they're like near extinct. But some of them still fight for the Empire in the Astra Militarium, and just to continue their fight against orcs.
Because of course dwarves gotta hate the orcs,
Duh.
which is understandable. We gotta kill all the orcs. Kill the orcs.
I respect that reference. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
God damn it. Well, we got anything else? Or we just fucking running dry here?
I think we're all a little burnt out after the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that.
A little bit of a little laid back episode of the podcast. Brendan, do you think there's anything else we can add on, talk about a little bit?
We could talk about how the Skaven are shit.
All right. Well, I think that's about do it for this episode. Simon has something to add on.
Yeah, I think we're good. I'm glad that we all kind of brought the 5% of knowledge to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
We really studied for this podcast.
Just like everyone else we do, it's massively uninformed. But that's just how it's got to be.
If you want to know more about Warhammer 40K and you like books but don't have time to read, you can always find books on Audible.com.
Brendan, we're not sponsored, so stop shilling. We only shill if we get money from them.
If I keep talking about them, maybe we will get an Audible.
Why would they give us money if we're talking about them for free?
We'll just send them the bill.
See if they pay it.
Yeah, we'll just send them the invoice for.
They'll listen to this and send it to me because they know I can't read.
Joke's on you. I'm illiterate.
They think they've been playing me. I've been playing them the whole time.
You'd be like, Jake, look, I got a check from Amazon. And I'll look at it like, Brendan, you know you can't read. It says it's from me, even though it's obviously in your name.
Oh, you must be right.
Don't know why they sent it to your house. Easy mix-up.
Sometimes these things happen. Go cash the fucking check. Disappear.
For all $2.50.
I guess I'm moving to LA, boys.
I'm moving up in the world.
To LA, get my own studio.
I'm out of Illinois and into Iowa. Hell
I'm just gonna build furniture.
But you know what I like more than materialistic things, boys? Knowledge.
God damn it. That's the second episode we've had a Ty Lopez reference.
Well, I think that's probably the note to end it on.
God damn. Well, thanks for joining us again for another uneducated and probably quite shite episode on Warhammer.
I'm sure we'll do another one eventually. Hopefully that one's a bit more informed for you.
We'll re-stop in it when we actually know what the hell we're talking about.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll put a pin in that one later.
Yeah, 3 years from now we'll do it.
I don't know about 3. I want to talk about more Warhammer, just when we know more.
Yeah, so 3 years.
All right, everyone. We'll see you later.
Adios.
I'm sorry.